Dear friends, we don't say it out loud, but deep down we all want to be attracted. No, not just with a fit body or a perfect face, but with qualities that make people feel attracted to you. Imagine being the kind of person that everyone wants to be around and help. What if you could make people like you just by your personality? Or better yet, by your good habits? Welcome to our channel. Today, we're going to explore the small but incredibly powerful habits that make you irresistibly attractive. These habits may not be obvious to the average person, but if you start building them now, you could make friends faster or keep the love in your relationship. Let's explore how we can elevate ourselves and live a meaningful life by applying the lessons of Stoicism. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. If you have any thoughts or experiences on how to become more attractive through daily habits, leave a comment below this video. We would love to receive your sharing and empathy. Let's listen and learn from this inspiring journey. Let's start with a simple action. Do something nice for a stranger. It may sound like a small thing, but these actions can turn you into an irresistibly attractive person. Imagine you are walking down the street and suddenly come across a stranger who has dropped his wallet. What is your natural reaction? Kick it into a hidden corner and pretend not to see it? Or pick it up and return it to its owner? If you chose the second option, congratulations, you have taken a big step on the path to becoming a true Stoic hero. Stoicism, with its golden rule, encourages us to live a virtuous life, focusing on the things we can control and ignoring the things we can't. And remember, doing good deeds for strangers is one of the things we can control. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Man is made to do good to another." And he wasn't just talking about sharing your last loaf of bread with a friend. Think about simple acts that have big effects. Hold the door open for someone when their hands are full. It may seem like a small thing, but imagine that person trying to balance a stack of cardboard boxes and hot coffee. Your act of holding the door open not only saves their day, but it also makes you a white knight in their eyes. At the same time, you've performed a small but stoic act, helping someone without expecting anything in return. Warn someone before they sit on a wet bench. Imagine you see a rain-soaked park bench, and someone is coming at you at the speed of a Formula One racing car, ready to sit on it and ruin their brand new outfit. You could keep quiet and let them suffer the wet surprise, but how can you sleep well knowing you missed your chance to help? Speak up and warn them, and you will not only save their outfit, but also show compassion and concern for others. Pick up money that someone drops and return it to them. This is a golden opportunity for you to show that you are not a greedy person. You are walking down the street and see a bill fall from someone's pocket. You can pick it up and quickly run into a nearby store, or you can run after it and return it. The second option not only shines a light on your character, but also makes you extremely attractive to the recipient. These small acts, though simple, have a big impact on how others perceive you. They show that you are compassionate and empathetic, willing to help others without asking for anything in return. That is the spirit of Stoicism, living a virtuous life and finding happiness in doing good. In fact, when you do something nice for strangers, you are not only helping them, but you are also helping yourself. Every time you perform an act of kindness, you are practicing and reinforcing the habit of living according to Stoic principles. Epictetus once said, "We can become better by helping others become better." So keep opening doors, warning about wet chairs, and picking up dropped money. Not only will you make the world a better place, but you will also make yourself more attractive. Now let's talk about another story from my life, the story of receiving an unexpected bouquet of flowers at work. One day, I was sitting in my office, facing my computer screen and the numbers dancing before my eyes. Suddenly, a flower delivery guy walked in with a beautiful bouquet of flowers in his hand. I was so surprised that I almost spilled my coffee. Who would send me flowers? An ex-boyfriend? A secret admirer? A secret admirer? I'm not a celebrity. After a moment of confusion, I realized that it was my best friend who sent me that surprise gift. The reason? Just because he knew I was feeling depressed after realizing that my ex didn't care about me anymore. It wasn't just the gift that brightened my week. It was his thoughtfulness that touched me. He didn't say anything, didn't give me any warning, just made it a meaningful surprise. You ever felt your heart jump for a surprise? I remember my heart leaping like a kangaroo when I received a beautiful bouquet of flowers at work one day. What's special is that it wasn't from my boyfriend or a secret admirer, from a close friend. The lesson here? Don't tell people what you're going to get or do for them, because then they'll expect you to deliver. Surprise them. It's much more memorable and impactful than delivering on your promise. Now let's look at it from a Stoic perspective. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." So imagine how much happier you would feel if you thought about bringing unexpected joy to others. It is how you turn positive thoughts into positive actions that not only improve the quality of your life, but also the quality of those around you. Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control what happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. When you create a surprise, you not only bring joy to others, but you also control how you impact their lives. Instead of making promises and delivering on expectations, you create a memorable moment, one that the recipient will cherish and remember forever. And imagine this scenario. You stand in front of a crowd and loudly announce that you will surprise them next week. You can see the anticipation and excitement in their eyes. But when you deliver on your promise next week, will it still be a surprise? Not at all. Instead, do it quietly and silently. Let them be surprised and amazed. Let them feel like they won the lottery when they weren't expecting it. Marcus Aurelius also said, "We exist for others." By delivering surprises, you not only enrich the lives of others, but you also find joy and meaning in your own life. Imagine being an angel who surprises, quietly bringing joy to everyone around you. Wouldn't that be wonderful? So the next time you want to do something for someone, keep your mouth shut. Let it be your little secret, and wait for the moment they discover it. The surprise and happiness you bring will not only be a gift to them, but also a gift to yourself. Because after all, life is a series of moments, and unexpected moments are always the most memorable. Now, let's talk about another habit that Stoicism taught me: the ability to say no when you really don't want to. This is a lesson that was not easy to learn, but it has helped me become stronger and more confident in life. Let's rewind a few years, when I always felt pressured to say yes to every request and invitation from the people around me. I used to think that saying yes to everything would make people like me more and help me feel valuable. But in reality, the opposite was true. The more times I said yes when I really wanted to say no, the less confident and unhappy I felt. I began to feel like I was living for others rather than for myself. It was then that I began to learn about Stoicism and the philosophy of Marcus Aurelius. One of his valuable lessons was the importance of being honest with yourself and living by your values. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations that the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. This made me realize that if I was not honest with my feelings and desires, I could never be truly happy. I remember one time a close friend invited me to a weekend party. Although I really liked this friend, I really needed time to relax after a stressful week of work. I wanted to say no, but I was afraid that refusing would upset my friend and ruin our relationship. But then I decided to try to apply the lesson of Stoicism. I said no sincerely and explained that I needed time to rest. Surprisingly, my friend not only understood, but also respected my decision. He said, "I understand. It's important to rest. We can meet another time." That time completely changed my perspective on saying no. I realized that when I'm honest and set clear boundaries, people who really care about me will understand and respect that. From then on, I started to adopt the habit of saying no when necessary. At first, it wasn't easy. Every time I had to refuse someone, I felt nauseous and anxious. But I stuck with my decision, and gradually, I started to feel better about myself. I realized that I don't have to please everyone to be valuable. I learned to be honest with my feelings and set priorities in life. According to Stoicism, saying no is also part of controlling what is within our power and letting go of what is beyond our control. When you say no, You are clearly defining what is important to you and not letting external factors affect your inner peace. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are disturbed by anything external, the pain is not in the thing itself, but in your judgment of it, and this you have the power to cancel at any time." Saying no is how you protect your peace and happiness. Eventually, I realized that if I did not consider myself number one, others would consider me number two. I began to be more confident in setting boundaries and saying no when necessary. This not only helped me feel better about myself, but also improved the quality of relationships around me. My friends and colleagues actually respect me more when I am clear and honest about my feelings and boundaries. From helping strangers to learning to say no, Stoicism has taught me many valuable lessons. These philosophies have not only made me stronger and more confident, but also helped me find joy and meaning in life. So if you are looking for ways to improve yourself and become more irresistible, try applying the principles of Stoicism to your daily life. You will be surprised at the positive changes it brings. Put your ego away and learn from people better than you. You can spend all day sitting in a coffee shop, sipping tea and mumbling about how terrible life is. Why am I not as smart as him, as rich as her, as nice as that person? But at the end of the day, all you're doing is wasting your time and annoying the people around you. Stoicism, an ancient but timeless philosophy, teaches us that complaining never helps us become better. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." Instead of wallowing in self-doubt and envy, take the time to study what makes other people shine. Is it their honesty, the way they conduct themselves, or some other quality that really sets them apart? If you want to be the best, you have to be willing to learn from the best. Put your ego aside and look at other people's successes as valuable lessons. Try to understand why they succeeded and find ways to apply those lessons to your own life. Stoicism encourages us to be self-reflective and constantly improve ourselves. Practice a lot and don't be afraid to ask questions if you need to. Only when you truly want to get better can you improve and shine. Be curious about everything. Talking to others is fun, but when the conversation ends because no one has anything left to say, you start to get bored with that person. Don't be that person, the one who anxiously looks away while racking their brains for a good topic. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of curiosity and constant learning. Another Stoic philosopher, Epictetus, once said, "There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things that are beyond the power of our will." If you want to save yourself from that situation, you have to make people curious about you, and the only way is to be curious yourself. Ask yourself, why do people behave the way they do? Why do trees grow the way they do? Why does the sun rise in the east? Read about what's going on in the world right now. Learn how things work. When you have a ton to say, people automatically think you're smart and engaging company. Become a source of knowledge. From knowing how to mix the perfect cocktail to understanding the latest developments in international politics, expand your horizons. Stoicism not only teaches us about controlling our emotions, but also encourages curiosity and a love of learning. By doing so, you not only make your life more interesting, but you also become an indispensable companion to others. Stay calm when someone gets angry at you. There is nothing worse than seeing someone scream in anger or have a destructive outburst, and sometimes we can't help but get angry, letting our emotions get the better of us. But don't do that. Before you lose your temper, take a minute to think about the whole situation and why you are so angry. Stoicism, especially through the teachings of Seneca, encourages us to stay calm and in control of our emotion. Seneca once said, "If you want others to be quiet first." There may have been a misunderstanding between the two of you, and it is probably best to stay calm and talk. This is probably the best solution to understand people better and feel more connected to them. Staying calm not only helps you control the situation, but also makes you more attractive to others. People will admire your composure and your ability to handle situations. Imagine you are standing in front of someone who is shouting angrily. Instead of responding with your own anger, take a deep breath and respond in a calm tone, asking them what is bothering them. This not only calms the situation, but also shows that you understand and care. Stoicism teaches us that controlling our emotions is the key to maintaining inner peace and good relationships with others. Staying calm also helps you avoid unwanted consequences from rash decisions. A minute of thinking before acting can completely change the way you handle a situation, and in doing so, you become more attractive, not because of your looks or talent, because of your calmness and control. Write a list of things you want to learn. I can't help but go crazy every time someone complains that they are bored and don't know what to do. Or worse, if they spend all day sleeping or watching TV, as if time were a worthless commodity. Marcus Aurelius would surely shake his head in dismay at the thought of us wasting precious moments that we could be using to grow ourselves. Yes, living in the present is important, you might think. But living in the present doesn't mean wasting time. What makes you more attractive in the long run? Becoming smarter and learning new things every day. Stoicism teaches us about self-control, and spending time productively is a big part of this philosophy. Make a list of all the things you don't know or have little understanding of. This isn't an exercise in beating yourself up for what you don't know, but rather in identifying new learning opportunities. Update that list whenever you come across a topic that confuses you and research it when you have time. For example, if you don't understand personal finance, make a note and start reading a book or taking an online course. If you don't know how to cook, try learning and cooking a new dish every week. Make curiosity a part of your daily life. Epictetus once said, "We cannot choose our circumstances, but we can choose how we react to them." Continuous learning is how we respond positively to our circumstances and expand our knowledge. Say thank you. It may seem simple. Sometimes the little things can be powerful. Saying thank you can be taken for granted, but it can really make a big difference in someone's day. Stoicism encourages us to be grateful and appreciative of what we have. Take a moment to think about and appreciate what you have received, even if it's something as small as a hug or a smile. Seneca once said, "No one gives a small gift with pleasure unless the recipient accepts it with gratitude." Saying thank you is not only polite, it's a way to show genuine gratitude. Remember, thank others when you mean it, but don't overdo it. Otherwise, the words lose their meaning. Instead of just saying it mechanically, show gratitude through what you say and do. A sincere thank you can create a deep connection and make you more attractive to others. Marcus Aurelius once said, "When you arise in the morning, think of the precious privilege of being alive, breathing, thinking, enjoying, and loving." By appreciating the little things in life and expressing gratitude, we not only improve the quality of our lives, but also spread positivity to those around us. Make time for yourself. If there is one thing you can't get back in life, it's time. That's why people who are constantly busy doing things they love or can improve end up being more successful than those who treat their time as if it were a worthless dollar. You can waste it in the blink of an eye, but it's what people use to build a life worth living. Stoicism teaches us that time is the most valuable asset we have. Epictetus once said, "A wise man is never deceived by the appearance of things, but examines them carefully for what they really are." Time is the substance that we need to examine carefully. Make sure to take time for yourself to make sure you're doing everything you want in life. It could be a hobby, or even just some free time to relax. Whatever it is an opportunity for you to recharge. You can start by taking at least 30 minutes a day to do something for yourself, whether it is reading, exercising, meditating, or simply sitting still and thinking. Don't feel guilty about taking time for yourself. In fact, it will make you stronger, more confident, and ready to face the challenges of life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Live your own life. Spend time doing things you love and that make you happy. This will not only help you grow as a person, but will also make you more attractive to others." Thank you everyone for watching. If you found the content useful, please leave a comment to share your thoughts. What do you know about Stoicism, or have any experiences you would like to share? We would love to hear from you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future interesting videos. I would like to take a moment to express my deep gratitude to all of you for your amazing support and encouragement. Your continuous help has made me feel truly grateful and motivated every day. I cannot express enough how important your support has been to me, and it has helped me overcome many difficulties. I am so grateful and thankful that you have always been loyal and amazing viewers. Thank you all for always being there for me and cheering me on endlessly.